We saw significant declines in the commercial fishing industry starting in the early 1990s, really. This is a very capital-intensive industry. You have to buy a vessel, you have to buy permits, access privileges, you've got heavy ongoing fixed costs and insurance and heavy operating costs. There was a problem with basic private sector capital being available for new entrants especially, and for people that would like to switch or expand their operations.
The California Fisheries Fund is a revolving loan fund. It was started with money from the state of California and other funders. And the goal of the fund is to try to help fishermen improve their businesses while also doing things responsible for the environment. Rod had the initial idea for the California Fisheries Fund, but he brought me in early on, and I was very excited because I thought it was a really interesting and innovative way to combine business with the environment.
I had this idea, but I didn't know how to implement it because I'm not a banker and I don't know that much about finance. So I hooked up with some partners at Shorebank Enterprise and Kate Bonzon here at Environmental Defense Fund.
We saw that fishermen were really hampered by the fact that they didn't have access to really good funding and financing for their businesses. And we knew that they had really good business opportunities, but a lot of conventional, traditional banks didn't really understand the fishing industry and how it worked.
Kate and I approached the California Coastal Commission and the Ocean Protection Council of California to see if they would make a down payment on this and provide the lead grant. Our success in that, in getting a $2 million seed grant for this concept, really solidified it, reduced the risk for other players, and allowed other folks who are experts in fundraising to get involved around this new concept.
Our mission is really to help fishermen through the transition to sustainable fishing. So we started with setting up our lending policy so that we would know if someone came to borrow how much value we would attribute to their collateral, the vessel or their permits, things like that. We also had to set up a governing board, oversight committees.
We also had help from a community bank called Shorebank. They spent countless hours with us, helping us really think through how you really make it work in a way that generates the outcomes that are good for the fishermen and good for the environment.
The California Fisheries Fund success really depends on this management intervention. It's not just the capital that makes a difference. It's really capital in combination with a new management system that allows fishermen to profit from fishing sustainably. That's where the business model of the California Fisheries Fund really makes sense.
What we were able to do in working with fishermen and scientists and shoreside communities is put these new kinds of regulations into place that really reward sustainability. They make it a viable business plan for fishermen. We do see the triple bottom line being met. We see fishermen doing better, we see the fisheries doing better, and we see community strength being rebuilt.
I'm very proud of the California Fisheries Fund. I think it's doing real things to help fishing communities in California. I think it's helping the environment, and I think it can also be a really great model for other communities, other states, other countries to look to.